Dak Prescott has slowly emerged as one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL in a very unorthodox way. Prescott is the face of Dallas, but it comes with plenty of criticisms. He played in every game over his first 4 years of his career, being named Offensive Rookie of the Year and making the Pro Bowl twice, but 2020 came with a bad leg injury that ended his season. Prescott rebounded though, coming out hot to start this year with over 1,800 yards and 16 touchdowns to 4 interceptions on a Dallas team that is establishing itself as a true Super Bowl contender. Prescott has defied the odds to be a top quarterback in the NFL, much like he did in college, playing in the tough SEC for Mississippi State. He started for 3 years, passing for 66 touchdowns to 22 interceptions over the span, adding 41 touchdowns on the ground, establishing himself as a true dual threat. He was supposed to be a second-round pick and one of the best quarterbacks in the class, but he was arrested for a DUI right before the draft. It tanked his draft stock and led to the Cowboys getting a shot at him in the 4th round at 135th overall. Prescott handled his mistakes with such grace, saying that he wouldn't ask for forgiveness, but show the true man he was and what his character was. He hasn't disappointed and didn't let one mistake destroy his life. Dallas got a stud at the 2016 NFL Draft late, but at number 1, the Rams swung and missed on Jared Goff. But first, thank you to Fetch Rewards for sponsoring this video. Fetch Rewards is a super easy to use free app where you can earn free rewards on anything you buy. Scan any receipt or e-receipt that you have and you'll earn points no matter where you shop or what you buy. You can then redeem those points for hundreds of rewards like Amazon and Visa gift cards. Fetch is a totally free app and super easy to use. Fetch is super fast. You can scan receipts, redeem points, and spend rewards all from your mobile device. You don't have to worry about where the receipt is from or what's on it. Just scan your receipt and get your rewards. It's as simple as that. There are a bunch of rewards that you can choose from. Personally, I do enjoy that they have Amazon and Dick's, but more than any of that, I love that they have Fanatics on there, so I can go ahead and cop some sweet merchandise from my favorite teams. You can earn points from anywhere from retail, Amazon, e-receipts, and even restaurants. Check out the link down in the description and use code JDPROD to get 3,000 additional points when you scan your first receipt. Again, for a limited time, our viewers can download the app and use code JDPROD to get an additional 3,000 points when they scan their first receipt. So go ahead and download Fetch Rewards and get receipt rich today. Goff had a great college career at Cal, passing for over 12,000 yards and nearly 100 touchdowns in 3 seasons before declaring for the draft. He was smart as hell, mainly based off of what he was asked to do with the Bruins when it came to reading defenses and making pre-snap adjustments. He was a pro-ready quarterback, but it started off rocky in the pros with a really bad rookie year. Luckily, things were soon to change with Sean McVay coming to town. Goff looked like a new player, made 2 Pro Bowls, and even helped lead the Rams to a Super Bowl, but he was never truly elite. Los Angeles knew it better than anyone, and eventually, enough was enough, trading him to the Lions in a trade that fetched Matthew Stafford, leaving Goff to die in the dumpster fire that is Detroit.
And I apologize for the inconvenience of me not giving a fuck!
Goff went number 1, but the number 2 pick, Carson Wentz, was right there in the conversation. Wentz was a hometown kid that decided to attend North Dakota State and was able to help build them into an FCS powerhouse, winning 5 straight national championships. He didn't start until his junior year, but immediately started turning scouts' heads. Physically, on paper, Wentz was the perfect prospect. He was big, had a great arm, and was super talented. He fit the bill of a franchise quarterback and knew what it felt like to be a winner. There were 2 big knocks on Wentz, however: his lack of playtime against good competition and injuries. Man, Carson Wentz and injuries, a duo like no other. Unfortunately, that's been his story in the pros too. Wentz burst onto the scene in his 2nd season with the Eagles, putting his name in the MVP conversation. but it went south after he tore his ACL. Of course, Philadelphia went on to win the Super Bowl behind Nick Foles, starting a long, tough Eagles stint for Wentz. He played 5 years with the Eagles, plagued with injuries and criticisms before it was time for a fresh start, shipping Wentz off to the Colts. He's had his bumps early in the road this season, but he's still played well. Wentz has 11 touchdowns to a single interception, but the Colts still stand at under 500. But at least he's still playing in the league, unlike Paxton Lynch. Lynch became an unlikely stud at Memphis and ranks second all-time in nearly every passing category. Over his last 2 years, Lynch passed for over 6,800 yards and 50 touchdowns to 13 interceptions. He stood at a great size for a pro-style quarterback and had good arm strength and mechanics, enough to entice the Broncos to take him at number 26, that is. A decision they probably wish they could take back now. Lynch was supposed to help Denver find its next quarterback soon after Peyton Manning retired, but instead kicked off a long, disappointing search. He played in 5 games in his career, all within his first 2 years in the league. Lynch wasn't exactly a star, throwing for 4 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. In 2018, he lost the backup job to Chad Kelly and was released. Lynch spent time with the Seahawks and Steelers before landing in the Canadian Football League over the summer. He had to go to a different pro league to continue playing, much like Christian Hackenberg. Hackenberg emerged as a superstar at Penn State, breaking a ton of freshman records, but after Bill O'Brien left, he regressed a lot. He was your prototypical pocket passer, but had accuracy issues. Hackenberg went from good to bad in a hurry, and that's how it stayed in the NFL after the Jets selected him at number 51 in the second round. He never even took a snap in the NFL. He was the 4th string quarterback for most of his rookie year and was the 3rd string quarterback the next season before the Jets traded him to the Raiders for just a conditional 7th round pick. But he was released soon after. Hackenberg lingered with the Eagles and Bengals before he had a stint with the Alliance of American Football. He started in 3 games, throwing 3 interceptions to 0 touchdowns. Hackenberg just couldn't hang in the pros. But Jacoby Brissett has solidified himself as at least a backup NFL quarterback. Brissett started his collegiate career at Florida, but after a lack of playing time, decided to transfer to NC State, where he turned into a stud. In 2 years starting in Raleigh, Brissett passed for over 5,200 yards and 43 touchdowns to just 11 interceptions. Brissett understood coverage as well coming into the pros, and was clearly a physical specimen, big, strong, and a good arm. At number 91 in the 3rd round, the Patriots decided to take a shot on Brissett, and he even started as a rookie, playing actually pretty well with Tom Brady out due to suspension. With his value at an all-time high, New England traded him to the Colts after Andrew Luck went down with an injury. He didn't play great and returned to his backup role in 2018, but after Luck retired ahead of the next season, Brissett found himself as the starter in Indianapolis once again. Brissett had a much better year, but the Colts replaced him with Phillip Rivers in the offseason. In 2021, he signed with the Dolphins, where he ended up playing a handful of games after Tua Tagovailoa went down due to injury. Another brief Patriots backup, Cody Kessler, was taken 2 picks later. Kessler was a star at USC, passing for over 10,000 yards and 88 touchdowns to only 19 interceptions in 3 years as a starter. He isn't the most athletic guy in the world, but can throw a good ball and is damn smart. Kessler was by definition a system quarterback, but the system in Cleveland was so bad that nobody could succeed there. He started his rookie year as the 3rd string quarterback, but did get plenty of time to start on a horrible team. He had 6 touchdowns to 2 interceptions in 8 starts, but returned to a backup role the following season. Kessler was traded to the Jaguars for a 7th round pick ahead of the 2018 season and played in 4 games before being released in the offseason. Kessler last had a short stint in New England soon after, and hasn't played since. But Connor Cook has recently seen the field in the pros. It was just in the XFL. Cook got the chance to start in his 3rd year at Michigan State and exploded onto the scene, passing for 70 touchdowns to 21 interceptions over a 3-season period before the Raiders took a chance on him at number 100 in the 4th round. Cook was the 3rd string quarterback in Oakland and only appeared in 1 game as a rookie. the only regular season game of his career. I find it hilarious that Cook only had one start, and get this, it was in a playoff game against the Texans in the wild card. After Derek Carr and Matt McGloin went down, Cook started in the wild card and got absolutely killed, throwing 3 interceptions and completing just 40% of his passes. He never saw action the following season and made practice squad appearances with the Panthers and Bengals before a future deal with the Lions. Cook did play in the XFL for the Houston Roughnecks, but was the backup to PJ Walker. Cook didn't have a good career, and looking back, it's unbelievable that he was selected before Dak Prescott. I think you're absolutely insane if you think that any of these guys deserved to go ahead of Dak. He's solidified himself as one of the best quarterbacks in the league, while the others have flamed out pretty hard. Prescott represents one of the age-old draft questions. Are disciplinary issues enough to stop you from drafting a good player? Prescott made one mistake and has clearly redeemed himself after the Cowboys took a chance on him, and now he's dominating the league. Hey, thank you for sticking to the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss one of our daily uploads. Also, go ahead and follow us over on TikTok, where we're going to be posting content all season long, and also follow us on our socials on Twitter and Instagram. They're down in the description and we'd really appreciate it. Again, thank you guys for sticking to the end of the video, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Something about you, girl.